My goodness. I never really zoom in this much. You can see all my little imperfections. This is for everyone that says I have good skin. So I have you guys super zoomed in because I wanted to actually film my eyebrows on camera. They're super grown out, as you could tell. They need a wax, but I'm trying to grow them out. I feel like they're getting too thin again. So let's start. So to begin, I'm gonna use the Precisely My Brow Pencil. Okay, so I begin by just brushing up my eyebrow hair. There's that one that's already curling. They need a trim already. So I start by drawing a line from the inside, like this. I actually have a pimple right there. I don't know if you guys could tell. I always tell people I break out on my eyebrows. So I just do a little line right there. And I just bring it in like that. And then once I have that line right there, I get the spoolie side and I kind of just brush it up just to blend. So this eyebrow right here doesn't really grow any hair in this area. So this one does. So I need to do the same thing to make the shapes more similar. So I make a thin line right there and bring it up. Sorry you guys, I keep staring at the screen to make sure I'm on focus. I tend to always get out of focus. And I just continue making a line. So when it comes to my tail, I kind of just make it a bit darker. I just continue my shape. And then I just fill in the inside. And then I just kind of brush them out. So that's how I fill in that eyebrow. And then I go on to the next one. They somewhat look even. My eyebrows don't match. One's more squared, one's more arched. They never really match. You guys have to remember what everyone says. They are sisters, not twins. Even though mine are more like cousins. Okay, so to conceal, I'm going to be using the Master Conceal by Maybelline. And I'm using the shade Light Medium, which is 30. I don't have a concealer that really matches me right now. So I'm like digging through my concealer drawer. For my concealer brush, I'm going to be using the Morphe M610. And I'm just going to grab a little bit of product on both sides. And then I'm just going to clean up my eyebrow. So that's just how I clean up one eyebrow. And then from there I move on to the next one. I feel like my eyebrows are very different from the other. So that's why I kind of was putting off a tutorial, just because I don't think my eyebrows look that great. Okay, it's hard to explain how I clean them up. I just put concealer under it and make a little line just to make them look a little bit nicer. After I'm done concealing my eyebrows, I just put my leftover concealer all over my lids. So I just grab my sponge and blend that. And then for the inside of my eyebrow, I get my brush and just blend out slowly. I don't really like to carve in the top of my eyebrow or the middle. Okay, so for eyeshadow, I'm gonna do something super simple. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm gonna start by using the shade Golden Ochre, which is this one right here. And to go into my shadow, I'm gonna use this Luxie 249 brush, and I'm gonna be using this side of the brush right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pack some shadow onto my brush. And I'm just gonna set my lids with it. I really like this color. I feel like it's very neutral and it matches my lids. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye as well. Next, I'm gonna go in with the shade Burnt Orange, which is this one right here. Same brush, grab some color, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pack that onto my lid as well. Kind of press it in and blend. Same thing for the other eye. I kind of just blend it up slowly, just doing windshield wiper motions. Next, I'm gonna use the shade Rio Gar, which is this one over here, and that's the last color I'm gonna add to my lid. I'm just gonna mainly concentrate this color on my lid, so I'm just gonna press it right here. And then I'm just gonna drag it up a little. Then I go to Burnt Orange one more time. And then I blend everything together with that. Using a small little flat brush, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the shade Primavera right here and pop a little bit of that color onto my brow bone. Now onto lashes. I'm gonna use the Tarte Tarteist mascara, which is this one right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little bit so I could apply my lashes on top. I like to use this mascara for falsies because it doesn't really add length, it adds volume, and I feel like that's really good for your lashes, for your fake lashes when you want to set them on top. So after that, I like to go in with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Line Serum. I actually crease really bad right here. I don't know how to avoid that. So if anyone knows, please let me know what to do. So now moving on to falsies, I'm going to use these Bombshell lashes, and these are in the style Jolene. They are my absolute favorite. For glue, I'm going to be using this duo glue right here. I used to always use the duo glue, the one with the pink bottle with the the white bottle with the pink writing, but I wasn't super happy with it. I liked it. It was better than most glues I've tried. Well, than all of the other glues I tried. But it wasn't the best, and I always thought there had to be something better, and I never tried this till one of my coworkers told me to try it. I love it now. So I always just wait like 5 seconds for that to get a little dry. It dries like instantly. I love it. It's so tacky. And I'm just gonna pop on my lashes. Let me get a mirror. For foundation, I'm going to be using the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and I'm in the shade NC37. I left my pump for this foundation back home, so now I have to go in with the makeup brush. And I like having the pump because then I know how many pumps it takes to get the coverage that I want. This always looks like it's going to be too light, but this foundation oxidizes, so I feel like once I blend it, it just turns into the color I need it to be. I'm gonna add a little bit more where I want a little bit more coverage. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Shape Tape concealer, and I go super light. I use light sand under my eyes. Tip right there. I always let my concealer sit there for a bit, just because I feel like it blends out better once it's a bit tacky. So this weekend it's my brother's baby shower. Well, my brother and his girlfriend's baby shower. I have to go buy a dress. I haven't bought what I'm gonna wear, and it's literally this Saturday. Today's Thursday, and I have to drive home tonight, so we'll see how that will work out for me. I'm gonna start blending this. I am like super picky. I don't like to buy things if I don't really like them, because I know I'm not gonna wear them. This is a little Tarte beauty blender thing. Go right in. Oh, put them on my lash. I always look crazy during this part because I always go super bright. It's gonna look okay at the end, guys, I promise. Then I go in with my loose powder and I just press it in there. And then I kind of make my guidelines to contour my nose. And for that I get my sponge and I look directly into the mirror, and then I see how or where I want to make my little lines for my nose contour. To contour my nose, I use this BH Cosmetics contour palette, and I use it with this Wet n Wild crease brush. I just like the way this brush blends, so I like it for my nose contouring. And I use this shade right here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go in. So I always start in this area right here. Just kind of blend a little line right here. Then I move on to my Hoola bronzer. Grab a little bit of that one. I go back in with my sponge. Just add a little bit more powder. Let me grab some more. I'm just blending out the powder now. And then I'm going to use this Real Techniques contour brush just to dust off the powder. So a trick for the greasy eyebrows. I get some translucent powder, and this one's from NYX. It's a smoothing one. I just grab my sponge and then I just press the powder there. Just press that right there. This is the area where I get super oily. Keep in mind I have dry skin, but that's where I get oily, my eyebrows. So I just leave that there for a bit. Meanwhile, I'm gonna finish the rest of my eyes. Going with the same brush, the Luxie 249. I'm gonna go in with the other side. I'm gonna grab the shade Real Gar. Just grab that shade. And I'm gonna go ahead and rub that color against my lower lash line. Same thing for the other eye. Next, I'm gonna go in with the shade Burnt Orange, and I'm just gonna drag my lower lash line a little bit lower. I used to be scared to drag down color before. Now I'm obsessed with my lower lash line. I feel like that was one of my biggest fears, my lash line. And I know I messed it up for a bit. It wouldn't look good. Now I actually like how it looks a little bit more. I like to go a little bit lower in my lash line, lower lash line, just because I feel like it hides the fine lines. And I have really sunken eyes from here, so I feel like it kind of distracts that. Do you guys get what I'm trying to say? But yeah, so I'll just blend that down a little bit. And I'm gonna go in with the other side now. Now I'm gonna go back to the Real Technique brush to dust off that powder. So next I'm gonna go in with my brow gel. This one's from e.l.f. It looks super gross, so I'm not gonna show it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some to my brows. So when you apply the brow gel, it takes off the powder from the hair. Now I'm gonna bronze my face, and for that I'm gonna use the Hoola bronzer and this blush brush. I like to bronze my face with the blush brush. It just works for me. Just gonna go ahead and bronze my face up. I love bronzer. I feel like it really adds color to the face. I feel like foundation kind of washes out your color, and bronzer's like, it's back. My mom. Back to my powder. I'm just gonna go ahead and press them right here. I'm gonna add a little bit more powder, and this one's the Shine Free Loose powder in the shade Medium. I like putting this one on top because since it has yellow tint, I feel like I get no flashback with that. Just a little bit right here. I use so much powder and I have dry skin. I've never been an aunt, so I just can't wait. I want to see a little baby. I only have one brother, so we haven't had babies at the house in a while. Well, our dogs are our babies. They're so spoiled, but you know what I mean, like we don't have real babies there. I'm gonna use this Urban Decay All Nighter Protection setting spray, so I'm just gonna spritz myself. I hate doing my hair before my makeup because then all this hair right here starts getting all curly because of my setting spray. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this Laura Geller highlighter in Gilded Honey, and I'm also gonna use this. Should I use this one? Hold on, let me get the other brush. This one, this Morphe M610 brush. Gonna go ahead and swirl that. I like to start by just pressing the highlighter on. You know, slowly, gotta take things slow sometimes. Like, oh, hi highlighter, hi. See, I like when my highlighter looks like I have like hella sudor running down my face. Yes, that's the goal. Thinner here, a little bit on my chin. I really do like to look like a glazed donut. I remember when I started wearing highlighter, I would add a little tiny bit. I was like, no, I don't want it to look that noticeable. You know, natural. Natural. Now look at me. I'm like, yes. I always put on like 3 highlighters. I feel like this layer is the layer that my skin really grabs onto, just because that's when it's damp. Swirl it, swirl it, swirl it. Next, I'm gonna use, what should I use? Oh, yes, I'm gonna use this one. This is the Dose of Colors Supreme Glow highlighter, and this is in the shade I See You Baby. For that, I'm gonna use the BH Cosmetics #1 brush. I grab a little bit of it. I feel like this highlighter is very powdery, like I barely touch it and it's already on my brush. I'm just gonna go really lightly on the high points of my face, just because this one's really white. And I'm too brown to be adding white highlighter all over my face. For my nose, I always use the Artist Couture highlighter, and I use always the shade Gold Digger. So on the small brush, I'm gonna do at the tip of my nose a little circle right there, and then I try to do a really thin line. And now I'm gonna use the BH Cosmetics #2 brush, which is very similar to the one, but it's just a little bit thinner. I'm just gonna blend that a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna go into the inner corner with the Gold Digger as well. Oh, you know, the usual. And I'm gonna do it to the other side as well. Now I'm gonna grab some mascara. I think I'll use this one. This is the Maybelline x Shayla for my lower lash line. For my lower lash line. For my lower eyelashes. What do you call them? You get what I mean. Just gonna add some more in there. I've been doing this look a lot lately and I love it. Love it. I do this mascara just because I feel like it doesn't really give you much, and I don't really want to get like super long spider leg lashes for this look. And for the lips, I'm gonna use something natural, which is this Clinique Chubby Stick, and I'm using it in the shade Watermelon, Mega Melon. I always feel like this is too pink, so then I just kind of go in and get rid of some of the excess. Now tone it down a little bit. Last thing I'm gonna do is go in with some Fix Plus. Look, I'm struggling, I need another one. But I bought the little set from the holidays, so I'm gonna wait till I finish those. Let's take that out of the hair. My little hair is starting to get all curly, Okay guys, so this is the final makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!